The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 10th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is offering new users a $1,000 risk-free bet. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. All right. The sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Game Time. Game Time has last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Use the promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Martine Cleese, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 10th. Oh boy. My God. I mean, your boy is on a heater right now and I can't wait to talk about it. Look, I know I got some bad DMs saying I don't know shit after last night. That's fair. I had a shitty night, you know, but I hope you DM tonight or tomorrow because, well, let's talk all about it. You're probably wondering who the hell you're listening to. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dad, AKA Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing.
Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
Some days you just wake up and the birds are chirping. Quote, the great Woody Harrelson, a white man can't jump. Billy. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 college experience and the Ryan and Rush show. Give it up for Moneyline Mac, aka Ryan McIntyre. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And you know, it was the first night where I'm like, I feel alive. We're coming off a nice slate, and then I look at the slate tomorrow and I go, oh boy, here we go, baby. We're in college basketball mode. And you know what? I actually had a decent night. I think I'm going to finish around 500. St. Mary's was my biggest play, but I got my ass kicked in these lock battles, whether it was you, whether it was the chat. I mean, you guys all kicked my ass tonight.
I mean, today, dude, I'm just telling you. And first off, today was the first day. All my bets aside, unbelievable. At one point, I have, like a 10 TV setup in the studio. We got the NFL game on. We got both college football games on, which by the way, I went 3 and I had the Panthers plus 3.5. I had Southern Miss money line and I had UVA plus 20. So fire there, but you had that going on while you had, I think 3 college basketball games in overtime at the same time, mixed in with a very close Georgia Tech game. It was fucking perfect. It was just college basketball. This was the best night of the season so far, in my opinion. Like as far as actual games that were awesome at the same time, it felt great. It felt like even CJ Sullivan says it feels like fucking March Madness in here watching these games. All right, folks, we're gonna get to each and every game, but before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Bet365. Bet365 is the world's favorite sportsbook. It's trusted by over 88 million players worldwide. They got props, they got sides, they got totals, they got live betting. Bet365 has you covered. And if you like boost, you're going to love Bet365 30% profit boost on your same game NFL parlays. Plus, they even have an early payout offer if your team goes up 17 points. Woo. Sign up today and choose from 2 bonus offers, either $1,000 first bet safety net or bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets. Just head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bet365. Problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy is a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. NFL, NBA, NHL, college basketball, college football. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite, players' fantasy stats and cash in. Perfect example, just off of the top of my head here. Let's go. JJ McCarthy over under 13.5 rushing yards. Penn State, Michigan, Saturday. I think he's got a little mobility to him. I think he can get over 13.5 rushing yards, maybe run for a first down or two. So take the over on that. That's just a small example. They have a ton of stuff that you can jump over there and check out. I highly recommend it. So watch along, make picks, maybe make a little extra cash on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with the promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience here, and I mean, look, I hope you also listen to the college football experience, because giving out Southern Miss as a 10-point dog on the money line, giving out UVA plus 20, and if you add on top of that Louisville over 8.5 or over 8 wins, even though my ticket said 7.5, it was 8 on the show. That's now at 9. Also, sweating out Louisville plus 1,200 to win the ACC. Let's go. But subscribe to the college football experience. But let's get to college basketball, because currently we are sweating out action. I'm sitting on Portland State plus the points as they're up 1 with 6 minutes left against UC Santa Barbara. Also, we all locked up St. Mary's minus the points as they're up 15 on the Lobos. I'm also sweating out St. Francis plus 28 points as they are down 30. They've had a tough time in the second half, much like the UCLA game. Still can cover it. 7 minutes left. And then Northern Kentucky is up 4 on the Washington Huskies, and San Jose State's up 7 on Bethesda in the first. Both those in the first. Let's get to the action. John Brown. Hey, respectable performance. Only lose by 26 against the Baylor Bears this morning. Mac, anything noteworthy about that game?
No, I mean, absolutely tough spot for Baylor. It felt like 24 hours after you have an emotional win over Auburn. You knew they'd be flat, and John Brown was ready to play. And hey, they gave him all they could handle. Good performance, and Baylor, good win, I guess. I mean, a win's a win.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
We had a lock battle.
Which one?
That started the day off in a way. Amazing that Pepperdine didn't win this game outright, but Pepperdine was getting 7 or 8 points, depending on where you got it. I actually think it closed at 8.5, but I got it, I think, at 7.5 last night. It hit, and they should have won the game outright. Unbelievable that they blow this game. It was a buzzer beater. UC Davis, Jim Les get the dub. Telling you, today, your boy Dundee was on fire. This game was hilarious, though. The fact that UC Davis won this game, fucking hilarious. Pepperdine hasn't won on the road in a long time, and I can't believe they still didn't grab the road win here. Mac, your thoughts?
Yeah, that was one of my angles, that they lost 25 in a row, and they were up 20 in the first half. And I go, wow, this is a bad angle. And then they come back to win to add insult to injury. I'm like, just get your ass beat if you're not going to cover. So great comeback, though. That was actually a hell of a game. That set the tone for the whole night with the way, exciting games. Unbelievable.
Michael Cooper, the former LA Laker in the 80s, his son is playing for Pepperdine. Something to note. Morgan State took care of Shanae Washington, but Green Bay, the IPFW. Okay, then we jump over to. If there's a sparkle in my eye, I apologize. Tarleton State money line. We took the money line and we took the points.
Never a doubt.
They win by 17 at the airport. I mean, I feel like Lionel Richie over here. Got to be dancing on the fucking ceiling in a minute here. Shout out to that. And then, look, I didn't bet this game, but I still hit. So if you followed me, it's just free money. Rhode Island -9 as they win by 13 against Fairfield. Any thoughts about the Tarleton outcome or the Rhode Island outcome?
Not so much the Rhode Island, but Tarleton, Billy Gillespie, awful loss. I mean, that guy can coach. Total coaching disadvantage there, and great win off the UVA loss.
Yeah. Then we took Southern Indiana. Dude, this line crept up to 32.5 fucking points.
Yeah.
So I know I didn't give this away as a lock, but when I hit my Pepperdine bet, I loaded up on the Screaming Eagles, and damn if that didn't come true as they cover 32 in East Lansing. Whew. Thoughts on this game? I mean, they're just a machine. They're a covering machine.
I'm a coward, man. This has been my team for 2 years, and I backed away because I got intimidated of Izzo coming off a loss. But I mean, Michigan State's not good in November and December. Now, when we get to February and March and they're catching points because everybody's out on them, I'm going to be betting the shit out of Michigan State.
Well, then the best game of the season, I'm going to say.
Yes.
This game was absolutely unfucking believable. Stacking the money. CJ Sullivan watched this with me. You know, those two guys were just dumbfounded by this game too. JMU in double overtime. So this is hilarious because JMU probably should have lost outright before it went to overtime. And then JMU probably should have won in overtime, but they somehow squander like a 5-point lead with 20 seconds left. Just like Kent State did in the original. Like this was a absolutely bonkers game. If you're listening to this is on ESPN Plus. It's on demand. You can watch this. Yep. I watch this game tomorrow. Do yourself the favor of watching this game. Patty C was texting me. Our text chain was fucking hilarious because he's texting me after that comeback. College basketball is the greatest sport on the planet. And then in overtime, they squander that 5-point lead with like 20 seconds left. And he's texting me, I hate college basketball. It's the worst fucking sport on the planet. And then they rally in the double overtime. This game was absolutely everything that makes college basketball incredible. I mean, I know you're on the wrong side of this lock battle. And I went 2-0. We're even on lock battles now. But I don't even feel like I mean, this one.
Mad. I'm not mad at this at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like this one, I'm like, I don't even know if I would like. I was probably on the wrong side, but this game was insane. There was a Christian Laettner style. So JMU is down 5 with like 5 seconds left in regulation. 3. Yeah, 3 seconds. They hit a fucking turnaround 3, like Christian Laettner style. And then so there's 1.2 seconds on the clock, an offensive foul by Kent State, and then a perfect play out of the fucking timeout there. Or the clock review. I don't even think it was a timeout. It was a clock review. Just an awesome play drawn up by JMU to send the game to overtime on a layup. Oh my God. Like my heart was all over the place this fucking game. Your thoughts?
So I don't know if the chat knows this. So my little brother is a senior at JMU right now. So we were at Rush's wedding last weekend, and I'm like, we were talking about JMU, and he's like, we're not losing any games. We got the Magic going right now. So when he saw I bet Kent State, he goes, "You're a fucking idiot. You're going against the fucking wagon here. Whether it's football, basketball,
soccer. They pulled off. Like,
anything. They, and I'm glad I lost the game because I do like JMU and I like the Dukes, and I'm a big fan of that school and program. But I mean, they got the Magic, man. They're old. If they get in the dance this year, they can make some hay. I mean, you win at Sparty and Kent State. In the first week, that's the team of the week. They should be in the top 10.
Yeah. I mean, and dude, as someone that was hitting a couple of my bets,
Yes.
when I hit this, I was like, I am God. I am God. You know, like how the fuck did I get this bet? They're down 5 with 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
I mean, so that game was going on at the same time as, well, first off, I guess I'm going chronologically here. William and Mary did cover. I didn't bet on William and Mary, but if you tailed us, William and Mary took care of business. They won by 19 in Williamsburg. We locked up South Florida. South Florida cashes for us minus the 20 or whatever the number climbed up to, depending on where you got it. The Bulls, you fuck with the Bulls, you get the horns. We got DMV Mac in the chat. I am the brother. He is a fucking idiot for fading JMU. Hey, there we go. I took JMU. Lucky. I put that money on those Dukes, and man, whoo, unbelievable. So South Florida takes care of business. And shout out to Noah Bieniek. Point Park played Robert Morris good. Didn't get the outright win. Played him tough. Hold on, you're on mute, brother.
No, Bieniek's here.
For those doubting, there's the flag right there, Point Park. So
I
wasn't able to show it off
yesterday. Let's go, baby.
There we go.
They covered the imaginary number for us. They were actually leading by 10. Robert Morris was kind of like one of those teams that I identified. Like I'm looking to fade early on in the season. It proved that to me here in this game too, that they were trailing to it, and I had seen for most of the game.
Yeah. Now I did get this pick wrong. So far, this would be the first pick that I actually got wrong, but I didn't bet this. And that is North Florida beat Charleston Southern by 11, right? Got that pick wrong. We'll pick every fucking game. No problem. Let's move along. So the JMU game was ending at the same time Utah Valley, who I ended up betting because I kept winning. So I'm like, okay, I'm all over on Utah Valley. This game was fucking bonkers because this is why I wish you guys had the studio. I don't know. I know, Mac, your setup's pretty good. I don't know about Noah's, but I had this game stacked on top of the other TV. And Utah Valley should have won this in regulation. But Sam Houston scored a bunch of points down the stretch to send the game to overtime. This was a bananas game. This was going on at the same time as the JMU game. So getting this going on while the Georgia Tech game's going on and while one other game I'm going to hit on in a second was going on at the same time, fucking insane. I hit on Utah Valley. I'm telling you, man. I mean, today I could do no wrong. I feel like I should buy a fucking lottery ticket because it looked like Sam Houston was going to win this for a second. Just an insane game. Did you get eyes on any of these?
Unbelievable game. And those are two good teams, you know, and I love this. Love these early season matchups with these Goodman majors matching up with one another. We saw it with the Missouri Valley and the MAC, or sorry, the American. Now we got this. We got the MAC and the Sun Belt. We got all these good leagues matching up, and I think we need more of it in the future, man. And we need it on home court.
Yes.
Home campuses, man.
Yes, 100% agree. Shout out to the chat. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the JMU game, even if you lost that, oh my God.
I wasn't even mad.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, well, like, I love JMU.
It's like going to the amusement park and just, you know, having free access to the best roller coaster and just going on it over and over and over and over. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. So then, I mean, if you thought my night was over, it wasn't. Okay. Tulane. I didn't bet this, but Tulane, Northwestern State, depending on where you got this number, like it hit for me on Tally site, but it didn't hit. I mean, I didn't bet this, but I mean, for what did we call this at last night? Do you remember?
I think it was 18.
Okay. So you guys hit that on that. I did not hit on Tulane from last night. But once again, I didn't bet that game. But I did bet this one. Elon getting it done against East Tennessee State. Whew. This game was even fun too, going back and forth. Elon blew another big lead.
Once again, 25.
They were up ridiculous. This game, I was sweating my ass off because I'm like, Howard, You fucking losers. It's one thing to blow a 20-point lead to Wake Forest. But you blow a 20-point lead to East Tennessee State. No, they got it done. They got it done. The Phoenix rose. All right. Oh my God. Today was just insane. Your boy Dundee was on one. And then, I picked wrong with Army Stonehill. Didn't bet that game, but Stonehill won by 13. Army might be really fucking bad.
Should have locked Stonehill.
I know.
Once again, I went away from my teams today, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? Like, those are our teams." Stonehill, they laid an egg in the opener, but hey, they're right back in it, baby. Let's go Lemoyne tomorrow.
Army might be really bad. To only score 44 against Stonehill.
Yeah, that's
very concerning. Very concerning.
They might as well go to the graveyard at that point.
Now I did eat shit on this. Howard, Georgia Tech. Now this game was going on at the same time as Sam Houston and Utah Valley and JMU. And to be honest with you, Howard should have won this game outright. Shout out to Rob Donaldson. And by the way, Rob, we got to talk. We got to have you on the show too. You know, like that's a great call. And I watched this game. We had this on God's Eye there in the studio. Howard should have won this game. Yes. They were the better team. They were the fucking better team. I don't know how. If I'm a Howard fan, I'm like pulling my fucking hair out because they were up for like 90, not 90 minutes, but 38 minutes of the fucking game.
Yep.
Nice win for Stoudemire, I guess, to come back. We ate shit on that one. Nice. Rob Donaldson looked like folks, get over there. Follow Rob Donaldson. I'm telling you, the guy knows his shit. All right.
Real quick, I was pissed at myself that I took Georgia Tech because I got fucked up on the first night where these teams that suck ass found a way to cover, whether it was Boston College, Georgia Tech, and then I'm like, the game's going on and they're getting beat by Howard. I'm like, why the fuck did I lay 10 points with Georgia Tech? That is a rule. You do not lay double digits with Georgia Tech.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
That's on us. Good
even
call, Rob.
Even CJ was saying you took Georgia, and I go, I was riding the Damon Stoudemire energy. Howard was a darling of mine last year. Kenneth knows this.
Yes,
Howard's tough, man. They are a good basketball team. I feel heartbroken. Like I said, I know friends that went to Howard, and I'm sitting there like, you guys should have won this fucking game. That was a bye game that you should have won
easily. They should have won. They were the better team.
Yeah, Western Kentucky. I didn't bet this, but this game was actually a little closer than the final score. But Wichita's looking pretty good, man. I think they're ahead of schedule.
Yeah, good coach, man. It comes from the Scott Drew tree.
Yeah, Wichita gets the dub. Okay, so as I was alluding to, you had JMU going on in overtime. You had Sam Houston, Utah Valley going on in overtime. You had a close game with Howard and Georgia Tech in the final minutes. And at the same time, I'm sweating out Stephen F. Austin, Middle Tennessee. I don't know how I hit this bet. Much like the Howard game, Stephen F. Austin was leading this game.
We got lucky.
I feel like 95% of the time. I had a couple $100 on Middle Tennessee -2.5. They somehow get this game to overtime. This is my thing tonight. My 3 biggest bets in college basketball all went to overtime. Some of them double overtime, and I won all of them. I'm telling you, this is incredible. Middle Tennessee, we both locked this up. What a win for us. They don't lose on that home court. They don't lose on Johnny Red Floyd on the hardwood. Sorry to the Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin always has a good team, man. They're always better. You always like when you bet against them, it's a tough sweat, man. They make you earn every fucking point. What's your thoughts on this game, man?
That was once again another hell of a freaking game between. They're doing a challenge right now. I think it's the WAC and the Conference USA. So what a game. I mean, Stephen F. Austin was a better team. If you had SFA, the Lumberjacks, tough beat. I mean, they were the better team 90% of the game. But Middle Tennessee, McDevitt, he's got those guys playing. Those are 2 good teams that we're going to back here in January and February.
Here's why college basketball is the greatest fucking thing ever. Is you had 3 games in overtime going on on a random fucking night where we thought the slate was weak.
Yep.
And then you had the Howard Georgia Tech game all at the same time, all 4 at the same time. It's my favorite fucking sport, man. It's just
on
unbelievable.
what should have been a football night. Like Thursday night's a football night.
Well, no, the
but not
football
tonight.
nights,
Yeah.
dude, and you mix that. The football games were fire too tonight. The football games were like, it was just a beautiful sports night. Shout out to the man in the box, CJ Sullivan, the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, because he comes in today and he's like, I put a bunch of money on Lamar tonight. Lamar's going to cover that big number against SMU.
The
He's
back-to-back game.
He's like, Dundee, what are your thoughts? And I go, I would not bet that game. I mean, maybe it hits. I was like, I don't have any feel for that. But damn it, this game was like Lamar had this down in single digits. I was like, you're a fucking genius. What'd you make of this one?
Not surprised, honestly, because SMU played. It was their third game in 4 nights. I mean, they were playing a fucking NBA schedule, but unlike the NBA, their guys actually played, so they actually were on. I mean, they had logged a bunch of minutes, so Lamar caught them on a good night, but SMU finds a way to win.
Yeah. I'm super mad at you and Noah for switching my pick on Alabama A&M to cover against North Alabama.
Yeah.
I didn't bet this, but fuck you. All right.
They were
and
down,
fuck you, Noah.
Down 7
all right?
midway through the second half, and then
I need to stick to my guns because I was like, no, North Alabama's going to win this.
That's my team too. Like, I love the Lions. Damn it.
TCU and Omaha. Luckily, we didn't bet this one because TCU did not cover. Omaha got the cover. TCU wins. Also, I'm glad I didn't bet Lindenwood. Lindenwood only scored 47. Never again. Iowa State. If Iowa State scores 102 on you in real college basketball points, that's like 700 points. All right, like that's like UVA scoring 100.
Hey, don't look now. Iowa State quietly through 2 games is averaging 94 points. Let's go. Cyclones are back.
Oh yeah. And we probably should have locked up Nebraska. It hit laying 27, which is the closing number. I'm sorry, 26.5 was the closing number. They won by 27. I think we called it at a lower number last night. Towson, Coppin State. You locked this up. I didn't bet it. I just went with you. I took
Coppin's
Towson.
awful.
Yeah. Coppin might be. You're only scoring 49 in a rivalry game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moneyline Mac for getting that done there. Chicago State.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
The only thing I can say in my favor is I had a little bit of doubt. I only put $50 on this game. So like the other games I had some serious money on. So I was like, no. We got to win this. I was a little bit intimidated of this game, but I was like, we bet it. I got to bet it. We bet it on the show. Mercer wins by 5. We had 4.5. We also took Chicago State money line. So I lost $100 total, but I'm okay with it. I had a fucking amazing night, man.
They won us a shitload of money last year. It was a loyalty play.
Yeah.
They should have covered, man. I mean, they missed free throws down the stretch. I actually watched that game on YouTube. That's how I got the game. Shout out to Chicago State. I was trying to fucking will them to a win, but I just they don't have the magic yet. Wait till February.
Well, an intense sweat. Once again, I know I didn't bet this on the show, but when you start winning, it's just kind of a thing. You just start placing more wagers. So Cal State Northridge -2.5 was an unbelievable fucking. I can't believe I hit this. This is once again, Idaho should have won this game. I don't know how Northridge did it. They come back. I got to be honest. I was driving the final minute, but Northridge gets a 3-point win. They cover the 2.5. Shout out to Noah. He picked USC. Cal State Bakersfield did not cover. USC got the dub.
TMZ team.
Also, Noah was correct on Denver, the Pioneers, looking like absolute beasts. What the fuck?
Hey, it's a year the Pioneer, baby. Let's go. Point Park, Denver, let's go.
Also, Portland State beats UC Santa Barbara. I'm telling you, man, my night was unbelievable. Because once you start winning a little bit, you start throwing it everywhere. You start sprinkling. Portland State gets it done. They've got it done outright. I wish I would have took the money line. Huge win for Portland State there against the Gauchos. And then St. Mary's covers for us as well. Buddy. Tonight was one of those days. What's up, Noah?
You gave me kudos on the 2 plays that I didn't lock up. However, I think you skipped one of the games that I talked you both into. South Florida. Did you touch on that one?
Yes,
I did. No, I talked about it.
We talked about it. Oh, I was gonna say
I talked about it.
They are fucking good. The Bulls are a good team this year.
They look
But
like
also,
Kennesaw.
South Carolina State sucks. Also,
They could be very bad, but
Yeah.
I was very impressed with the Bulls.
They just look like Kennesaw last year, though. Like just the eye test, I was like, whoa, they got some good guards.
100%.
wait, did I not cover this?
Which game?
Damn it, St. Francis. I just lost money on St. Francis. You pieces of shit. All right. How do you get beat that bad in the second half? They're calling off the dogs. Anyway, Washington's up 6.5.
Come on, Norse.
San Francisco just covered, so I did lose more money, but I still had an unbelievable fucking night. Game balls. I'm exhausted just from watching, just from my heartbeat. JMU number 1
Again. Let's go.
Yeah, JMU number 1 game ball. What's yours?
The game literally just ended. St. Mary's, wire to wire win. Hey, watch out, Gonzaga! I'm telling you, Colby and I were both on St. Mary's to knock them off this year. This is the year. Every 12 years they get Gonzaga. This is the year.
Second game ball for me. I will go Utah Valley. You lose your head coach. You have a tough road game at a place. Now I know Sam Houston had lost their head coach too, but still, I don't give a shit. You went on the road. You got a big time win. Utah Valley, second game ball.
I'm gonna go a little under the radar here. I'm gonna go to Wichita State, and I Paul Mills quietly 2-0. That's a good win over Western Kentucky. They're always talented. Let's go.
You can go a lot of places here, but I think Portland State winning at UC Santa Barbara is a fucking huge win. Give me the Vikings going down there, getting that win against UC Santa Barbara. I know UC Davis probably deserves it too. We'll see if Matt goes there, because coming back from the way they were down the whole game.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Great win though.
Yeah. Elon also, Elon pissed me off though, because I was like, I shouldn't be super mad at Elon, but that was way more stressful than it needed to be. Mac, what's your final game ball?
I know where we're going. We're going to Billy Gillespie, Billy Clyde, baby. What a fucking wire to wire ass whipping down at the airport. Hanger 9, baby.
Yeah, Hanger 9's not
fucking playing right in.
Easing on in, like Ric Flair says. All right, folks. Well, look, now we're gonna hop on over and the slate tomorrow. I've been dreaming about since fucking July. When I was like going through the schedules. We're hardcore college basketball fans, so I was looking at schedules back in like July, and I was like, "No shit, this date." And this is back when you couldn't even go to like ESPN; you had to like compile it yourself. I was like, "Wait, Arizona's at Duke here, this game's here," and you're compiling it yourself because you're a fucking maniac. So I'm super excited for that. But before we get to that, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Game Time. Buying tickets to your favorite event shouldn't be that stressful. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater that is near you. With killer deals on last minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you'll be having at that very event. All right, so what are you doing, folks? Snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Create that account, redeeming code CFBX for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. All right, we are back and we are ready to roll as we have just a fantastic slate. And we actually have a fucking day game tomorrow. I'm just making sure the line has not moved. Do we have a current line? Noah, do we have a current line on the first game?
Is it 8.5?
I'm trying my fucking
I'm
computers.
pulling up my
We got a
What's your first game? You didn't name it.
Well, that's because it's part shtick here. It's 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. on the East Coast. The Air Force Falcons are aim high, miss small. They're flying in to the fucking Long Island Sharks. All right, and you think Air Force is just going to run in there to the fucking Sharks and get a dub against Rod Strickland? I'm starting things off with a bang. Give me the fucking Sharks to get the dub because Rod Strickland brings in a couple of his sons. It's in fucking Long Island. You ain't gonna get the fucking win against the Long Island fucking Sharks. I'll tell you that right now. Mac, what are you doing here?
Everybody's going to see what they go 3-26 last year. They're improved. Let's go LIU. Early start time for the old what's Air Force's mascot? The Falcons. The Falcons. So let's go. Let's go Sharks. Here we go.
And to quote Brian Sanders, I thought I saw this earlier about an hour ago. I thought you can get 9.5 out there. I don't know. Look around right now. But
we just bet LIU and it came down. Here we go.
Can I say something here?
They might win.
I think we should take the fucking Sharks on the fucking money line here. Hey.
Yeah.
One thing I know, these little Air Force guys flying their fucking airplanes, they got to come over to Long Island and beat the fucking Sharks with Rod Strickland, one of Long Island's finest. The fuck out of here. The Sharks are coming out on top. I can tell you that right now. All right. Money line play.
Yeah, let's go. They just lost to Army by 3 touchdowns as a 3 touchdown favorite. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right.
LIU, baby. Ooh, it's getting ugly here, baby.
I know. People are saying we're going to eat shit on this pick. Right now, I'm so hot. All right. And let me tell you something. If you listen to the FCS show or the Saturday morning show, the fucking Sharks in football just hit as a money line dog, as a 10-point dog last Saturday. It's a bold move right now to fade the fucking Sharks. I just tell you that. Anyway, let's move along because at 1:00 Pacific for me, we got the real Blue Devils. The real Blue Devils are heading to the Aqueduct, Quinnipiac, where Quinnipiac's laying 5.5 points. You locked up Central Connecticut State the other night,
and they barely covered by 0.5 point.
All right, I'll take the points. What are you doing here at the Aqueduct?
Going back to my Blue Devils. I might sprinkle a little bit on an LIU Central Connecticut parlay to start the day. See if I can have a happy hour before happy hour starts over here on the East Coast. Lock up Central Connecticut. Let's go.
All right, it's a standalone game. You get the fucking Sharks, and now you got the real Blue Devils at the Aqueduct. Yeah, let's go.
It was a 2-point game last year. 2-point game last year.
Let's go. Let's parlay this shit. All right, moving along. We got the Flamin' Libs of Liberty are playing the Clits. I love this matchup. You got the Clits against the Flamin' Libs. What could go wrong? And this is happening at this, what are they calling this place now? The Spectrum Center. If it's anything like their customer service, you're in for a terrible fucking experience. All right, let me tell you that right now. Spectrum customer service. It's almost unfucking believable. You know what I mean? It's almost like they're the client. You know what I mean? And I'm calling. I don't have internet service right now. Yeah, we have a service outage, right? Oh, well, I was just wondering when look, we have a service outage. You're gonna have to deal with that. Well, no, last time I checked, I pay you fucking money. How about you tell me something so I can conduct my fucking job. The Spectrum Center. I already hate this game. Anyway, the Flamin' Libs are laying 5.5. I'm locking up the Flamin' Libs minus 5.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I mean, it was the one game get up the other night against Maine for interim coach Aaron Fern. Liberty's going to beat the shit out of them. I'm with you. Even though the game is in Charlotte, I'm all over Liberty and the Flamin' Libs with you. Let's go. Lock it up.
That's what I'm saying. Richie McKay, he knows a thing or two about a thing or two. Lay the 5.5. Hopefully the power doesn't go out in the middle of the fucking game. All right. Spectrum Center, get the fuck out of here. UMass Lowell. Dude, I thought about betting the shit out of this. No, I'm curious Noah's thoughts on this one.
Noah's the king of the gross games.
Noah, clean up on aisle 5. Clean up on aisle 5. Noah, paging Noah. UMass Lowell, I think we were high on. They're laying 2.5 at fucking Dartmouth. You think I fucking Dartmouth's got a shot at covering this thing or what?
So I was actually high on both of these teams in the conference previews. I said UMass Lowell was the team that could possibly knock off Vermont in the America East. I really like their front court. Dartmouth, however, I was also high on in the Ivy League, and I had over a possession worth of value compared to Ken Pom. Ken Pom's got this game at 1 point. I do not claim to be a modeler, but I would have Dartmouth favored in this game. I'm not betting it because I think it smells a little bit. That's my honest opinion. Because I would like UMass Lowell better. But my preseason predictions tell me to go Dartmouth.
I didn't expect him to say fucking Dartmouth here, but all right, Mac, should I take fucking Dartmouth or should I ride with this Riverhawk squad?
You know, I think we keep the gross teams going. I like Dartmouth. I'm gonna lock it up. I think they're gonna win the game.
No,
Let's go, baby.
I'm not locking this.
Listeners, this is a picks page because I will be looking into this game more personally.
Dartmouth's gonna win.
I have 23 spots here that I'm going to come in and maybe talk about a little bit. I'm not going to jump in on everyone that I'm not convinced on, but this is one that could definitely pop up as a lock on the picks page.
Okay, you sold me to take fucking Dartmouth, and I'll take a shot on the big green at fucking Dartmouth, but I'm not locking this up. You're locking this up. Play the music for me.
I am. Oh yeah, they're gonna win.
Woo.
Coming off the Duke beatdown, bounce back.
Moneyline Max said, take fucking Dartmouth. Next up, Kennesaw State is catching 11.5 in Tallahassee. I went back and forth on this one, man.
This line kind of reeks.
Should we take Kennesaw?
I am, and I'm going to cool down on the locks here. I like my gross slate so far, but I'll take Kennesaw. But I'm not locking this
because my original thing. I already went to the tally site. I picked Florida State, but I was back and forth on this one. I was like, because I kind of think Leonard. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take Florida State. I think Leonard Hamilton's height this year is back to where he was like winning. He tried to play a little small ball, and that shit didn't work out. Yeah. I don't know. Give me the Seminoles. All right, give me the Seminoles, and just for that, I will queue up.
So we get our kicks doing the Seminole rap.
We are the Seminoles of Florida State. We know we're good, some say we're great. Our goal is simple, best in the land. Rocking to the beat of the Modest Cheese Band.
Shout out to the Modest Cheese Band. That's not a lock, by the way. Moving along. Charleston. Take it on CJ Sullivan's Duquesne Dukes.
This game is in Annapolis.
Yeah, I was just about to say a Navy alumni, right? I think Charleston's better. I could be talked into a lock here.
I like Charleston too, but I want to see it a little more. I'll lean to Charleston just because of the neutral court. Looking forward to watching this game, though.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Tomorrow's slate's fantastic. The Penguins heading into Ann Arbor. Phil Martelli had his nice little win. All right. I love Phil Martelli though. When's Juwan coming back? Do we have any prognosis on when he's coming back?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Anyway, Michigan's laying 15.5. Give me Youngstown on the points. It's an Ohio Michigan thing. They're going to show up. They're going to cover. What are you doing here?
I'm locking Youngstown. They got up for the opener, shut everybody against Asheville. Youngstown's a good mid-major. I'm all over Youngstown here. Sorry, Noah Bieniek. Let's go.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Penguins.
Lock battle.
Really?
Lock battle.
Oh,
Youngstown State loses their top 3 scorers, and they completely retool the front court. Michigan is going to dominate down low with Olivia Kamwa and Terrace Reed. Give me Michigan. Lock it up.
We got a lock battle. No Dundee on this one. Moneyline Mac riding with the Penguins. Noah Bieniek. Heart
So you're
might
telling
be a
I
little-
got Jared Calhoun, baby.
You're telling me the Penguins lose on the road at Louisiana by 10 and Michigan can't win by 2 more possessions?
I'll tell you
Sure,
this.
no win by
Ohio,
10.
Michigan have a real beef. Those Youngstown State fans are connected to Ohio State.
Yeah, Jim Tressel's been stealing your signs here. He's the president at Youngstown.
He's got the car dealership. Everyone's getting a fucking Buick. You know what I mean? I mean, this is a long. That's an
good
old poll
mid-major,
too.
man.
Yeah. That's an old reference to Tressel. But anyway,
You guys think that Martelli's the better coach? I'm backing him here.
I'm not locking this. So you take it up with Mac.
I think Youngstown's alive in this game.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I took Youngstown.
It's the Buckeyes,
no.
baby. Here we go, baby.
The Quakers of Penn are hitting the road to St. Joe's. St. Joe's won by 5 last year on November 30th. I thought about locking St. Joe's here. I can be talked into locking St. Joe's minus 6.5, but it's tough to do that after I just talked about Phil Martelli 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I'm going to take Penn and stay away. I don't like St. Joe's, and Penn shut us up the other night.
I'm going to take St. Joe's, but I'm not betting it.
Donahue's a good coach at Penn.
He is. He's been doing a damn good job. Next up, we go to the Jacksonville Dolphins.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Are heading into Cincinnati. Skyline Chili, what are they? Cintas Center, whatever the fuck it's called now. Xavier won by 19 the last time these teams played, but that was like 10 years ago. I'm on the Dolphins plus the points here. I think Jacksonville plays good enough defense to stay in this game. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm definitely on Jacksonville. Xavier's a work in progress right now. So laying that many points, this is extremely inflated. Check the picks page on this one. Noah Bieniek's in the house.
Yeah, this one's a check the picks page as well, because I know for a fact this one's skewed. Robert McRae's dad was in the chat when we were talking about Jacksonville for this show.
Shout out.
I think I put him a little bit higher. I'm going to take a look at this game more, but I'm really wanting to fade Xavier here early in the season with their injuries they're dealing with.
Let's go Dolphins.
Lemoyne is catching 32 points at Villanova.
How much did they lose to by Georgetown?
Should we lock up Villanova? They lost to Georgetown by what was it? 30? No, it was 37 points.
Yeah, I'm staying away.
I am too, but I like Nova.
They got
Nova.
Maryland and Texas Tech next week in the preseason tournament. Call off the dogs and win by 32.
I think Nova covers, but I'm not locking this fucking thing. It's too much.
No way.
It's pretty much. Yeah.
Although we could both play for Lemoyne. That was the worst team I've ever seen.
Southern Miss is heading to Akron. Akron's laying 3.
Lock.
I am locking up the Zips. I know Ali didn't get the waiver. I know Andre Curbelo didn't get the waiver. Akron's a better team. Enrique Freeman, all those veterans that are on that roster, gonna get it done. Zip it up. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I'm all over Akron with you. Trust of the culture. These MAC teams are really good at home. I will take Akron with you.
Let's go. Lock it up against Brett Favre's blood money. Southern Miss. Samford is at VCU. VCU's laying 4.5 points. Is this Ryan Odom's first win in Richmond?
I kind of think Samford's going to win.
That's what I mean. I picked Samford, but I was like,
yeah,
give me Samford. I'll stay with Samford, but I'm kind of all over the place with this one. What are you doing here?
Samford kind of plays that havoc style that VCU played for all these years. Now VCU kind of wants to go to that cha-cha-cha. I'm going to go against the neighbors and lock up Samford and the Bulldogs. I think they're going to win the game outright.
The locks. Call a fucking. You don't need to call a locksmith. Moneyline Mac is your locksmith here.
Let's go.
Locking up Samford plus 4.5 in Richmond.
VCU doesn't have Zach Edey.
Yeah, Purdue does though. Purdue's laying 28.5 against Morehead State. Lay it. What are you doing here?
Sorry, my Siri went off. Going off again. What game did you say?
Purdue's laying 28.5. I say lay it.
Yeah, lay it. They're on a mission, man. They're in fuck you mode still.
All right, moving along. Belmont, Furman. This game's fantastic.
This is a good game.
Furman's laying 7.5. That's too much. It's too much right now. It's too much right now. Give me Belmont plus 7.5. Mac?
I'm with you. This game, these are two really good teams. Two good.
It's a final possession game. This is a final possession game.
Good coaches. Yeah, I'm on Belmont.
It's not that crazy to ride Belmont money line. This might be a fringe lock for me because I think this number's off.
Them and Samford, I feel the same way.
So you're locking it?
No, I'm going to stay away. Picks page. I can't lock every game.
Chat, can you find me the number on Texas A&M Commerce Kentucky? I saw it earlier. Just what I'm seeing right now, I can't find it.
I'll help you out, Colby, because I have locked it on Tally site. Plus 26.5 for Texas A&M Commerce. Give me that. Kentucky's going into the Champions Classic next week. There's a lot of freshmen on this team, and it was not a very good freshman class. And by the way, Coach Calipari was very high on Aaron Bradshaw. He's hurt right now. He's not playing. So I like Commerce here. It's nasty, but I think it's a great spot, and it's a team that was also on my fade list here early in the season.
I like it.
Noah Bieniek. I'm not that courageous. Locking up Texas A&M Commerce at Rupp. That's a bold ass call.
That's a great lock. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it though.
Let's go. I'm not doing that shit either. I'm not touching that.
That's a great lock. Yeah. I've got all the nasty ones today, but I'm not getting on that one with you.
I got LIU, Central Connecticut, and Dartmouth. I can't add Commerce, but hey, I'm not full for you. Fuck Kentucky, soft asses.
The Troy Trojans are catching 6 in Corvallis. Wayne Tinkle. I think Troy plus 6 is my play. I'm not going to lock it up because they burned me the other night, but I think that is the play. Mac, what are you doing here?
Kind of a tough spot here, coming all the way from Ohio, all the way to freaking Corvallis. I'm going to lay it. I'm going to lay it with our guy Wayne Tinkle. Let's go. Kind of a hard play there, though.
Boston College is at the Citadel. Boston College is laying 8 points.
On the road.
I am locking up Boston College minus 8 points. This is a homecoming for Earl Grant. Anyone want to join?
Oh, God. Citadel is so fucking bad, too. I'm going to stay away on this one, man. I can't lock Boston College as a road favorite, almost laying in double digits.
Earl Grant's not going to get embarrassed in his home state.
All right, I'll join you. You talk, man.
Let's go.
I don't like this, so let's go.
Lay the 8.5. Oh, is it 9.5 right now? I see 8.5 right now. Or I see a flat 8 right now. Wake Forest is. What's the most recent Wake Forest line you have? Because when I saw it about an hour ago, it was 2, but right now it is off the board for me. Wake Forest was getting 2.
So Colby, I wrote Wake Forest +2 down. This is another picks page one for me. I'm going to look into it a little bit more because Wake Forest, they fell down big early and then came back and won big. I'm going to look into that box score and see if anything fluky happened before I place money on this. But I would be on, if I can get a 5, which is probably unlikely to happen, to raise a possession, that would be definitely a lock for me on Wake Forest.
Chat's saying 2.5. I do like Wake Forest to win this game.
Me too. I'm locking this, man. Steve Forbes, he's a better coach. I like Mike White, but I like Steve Forbes more. George is in football mode. Could be a sleepy spot there. Give me Wake, baby. Let's go. Steve Forbes is known for winning these games.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Oh, it didn't take much of a push. Let's go. Next, Detroit is catching 24.5 at Cincinnati. Give me the points. Mac?
Yeah, I'm on the points too. Don't love this.
I'm coming in here and I'm locking it. I bet against Cincinnati the first game. I got that to come through. I think Detroit's actually going to be better without Antoine Davis because it's not coach's son ball. You know, they're going to play with an entire team. Cincinnati from last year, they lose Landers Nolly, David DeJulius, and Micah Adams-Woods, and Jeremiah Davenport. Their top 4 scorers from a year ago. They're replacing their front court and their point guard. I think Detroit can sneak in here after getting blown out by Toledo last game.
I think you're right. I think it's a fringe lock for me. I might get this in. Noah, also, can you give me the South Carolina Upstate Vanderbilt game? Because I can't find that right now.
I think it's 14, right?
I mean,
14 earlier. It's around.
Are they about to lose to back-to-back South Carolina schools, Presbyterian and then South Carolina Upstate?
So I honestly, I get a kick out of Vanderbilt because they're like, we were down 3 starters. I'm like, I don't give a shit. West Virginia was down 3 starters and beat a Missouri Valley team who's pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to fade Vanderbilt.
Before that game, Presbyterian had lost 18 games in a row before beating Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
By the way. So I picked it. This is not one of the locks that I'm talking about for today, but it was 14 earlier. It's now 15.
Give me Upstate. I mean, I feel like, are we overreacting if we lock this?
Probably. Upstate sucks. I mean, they got blown up by South Carolina. That's bad.
I think South Carolina might be better this year than people think, but all right, I'm not going to bet it. Sacred Heart
tomorrow.
Yeah. Sacred Heart is catching 9.5 at Iona. Give me Sacred Heart and the points. What are you doing here, Mac?
Same. I'll take the points.
Austin P. The Governors are heading to Fairfax, Virginia to take on Tony Skinn and George Mason. Hey, George Mason, start your fucking football program, you filthy whores. George Mason, I'm buying the energy that Tony Skinn's bringing. I'm going to lay the 6.5 against the Governors. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I mean, my hometown team and then the team I work for. I'm gonna lay with the Patriots. I think they're the better roster. Noah Bieniek is a lock here. Who do we got?
Picks page lock for me. I haven't placed it yet, but I like Austin P catching the points.
Oh, the Governors!
I like the number specifically at 6.5 because I'm getting over 2 possessions. I have this thing directly at 6, and with Skinn being a brand new head coach, this is his second game ever. I like that angle.
I like that angle too. I'll take the Govs. He flipped me. I'm not locking it though.
Yeah, you guys are both going to lose. We'll talk tomorrow. Radford Marshall. This game's fantastic.
It's at the Greenbrier.
It's a great great matchup.
Yep.
Marshall's laying 2.5. Wrong team favored. Give me Radford plus the points. Mac?
Yeah, no, I love Radford. Monitor the injury report though. They're down a couple guys. They got a big week next week with VCU and JMU on deck. So big week next week for Radford with those 2 schools.
Chat, I need you to find me Monmouth, West Virginia. But while I'm doing that,
17.
I'm all over Monmouth.
I am. Lock Monmouth, Noah?
I'm coming in to lock Monmouth too.
I'm with you. It's too much, man. Give me Monmouth plus the 17. Let's go. I'm sorry, buddy. It's just too much. West Virginia wins by 14. You're still happy?
Yeah. I will not battle you, but I ain't picking against my guys. We guys let about 7 players, but we'll still fucking cover because we're tougher than everybody.
Noah, your comments on Monmouth?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mac, but I'm kind of right there with Colby. This one's a picks page lock for me. I'm going to look at it more after the show, but Monmouth was threatening George Mason to win. And West Virginia was in trouble against Missouri State there. They got a miracle cover on a last-second dunk for a good beat for those Mountaineers fans. I was with you against Missouri State. I thought the line had come down really far, but right now I'm on Monmouth.
Brian in the chat is saying it's at 14 right now.
Oh, came down? All right.
If it's at 14,
if it's at 14, I'm not locking it.
Yeah, I'm backing off my lock. Then.
My number for just for clarity, it's 19. We're talking about 16 on the show right now, so that's what we're working with.
It was 17 earlier. This is great. Everybody keeps picking against us, baby. Let's go.
Well, if you want a real lock, maybe you're down to hop on Interstate 95 and travel about 5-6 hours. Abilene Christian is catching 10.5 in Raleigh against a filthy program, NC State. I already hit the money line with Abilene Christian against Oklahoma State. They're going to cover 10.5 against this bullshit NC State team. All right. NC State only beat the Citadel by 13. I'm locking up Abilene Christian. Road Warriors. You don't need to watch that Mel Gibson bullshit. All right. Go watch Abilene Christian in Raleigh. I secretly love Mad Max though. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I love Abilene Christian, but back-to-back road spot after winning a double-digit dog game. I'm going to lay it with NC State, but I'm not lock battling you because I hate NC State.
Well, you already took NC State against the Citadel and lost, so it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad if they lose. Fuck the ACC.
The golf course is heading to Pittsburgh.
Speaking of the ACC.
16.5?
Oh, yeah.
16.5? I'm taking. I know this sounds like I'm betting every fucking game, but I think Binghamton can cover 16.5. Pitt wins by 12, 10, 8, 6, something. 16.5 is too much. Noah, I see your faces here.
Oh, he's taking Pitt, right?
I've jumped in here to defend. I mean, not defend. Binghamton is going to cover this game. I think they have a shot to win the game. We're talking about main money line picks from last season. The first 2 weeks is when you're trying to catch the computers off guard here. Binghamton was winning against Northwestern. That was a game the entire way.
Yeah.
Pitt blew out NC A&T, who I think is like legitimately one of the 3 worst teams in the country. I think Binghamton's live. Pittsburgh loses a lot from last season. They got a freshman point guard here that's projected to be starting here. And their top 3 scorers are gone. Binghamton, on the other hand, Samir Torrance is their point guard. He comes in from Syracuse. He's a ball player. And Colby, you remember the name Dan Petcash?
I do.
Graduate senior, 32 minutes a season ago. He shot 40% from 3 last year. And Tariq Belogun, the big man. We're starting to remember this Binghamton team again. I think the Bearcats are live here against my Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, and Noah's a Pitt fan.
It's disgusting, but it's great at the same time.
Is this a triple lock?
Do you want to know who I'm on? Here, let me put the fucking hat on right here, baby. Eat shit, Pitt. Binghamton, plus 1,400 on the money line. Let's go. Bring your pitching wedge.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be.
The golf course. This is great. I love.
Bring your driver.
Yeah. Texas A&M, and I'll be honest, I think I should probably consider this one too. I haven't bet this yet, but Texas A&M is getting 1.5 at Ohio State. Kind of think A&M's better. Mac?
I am going to be on the complete opposite side here, man. I'm going to lock up Ohio State at home. I thought they were looking ahead. I think this is a good spot. Buzz's teams are not good in November and December. Give me the Buckeyes and make a statement here at home.
Mac is locking up Ohio State. I am not.
Yeah.
Check the picks page. I might be betting A&M tomorrow. Especially if my fucking Sharks come through for me. No,
you know who knows?
If you look at the picks page right now, I have Texas A&M locked. This line has moved since then. And for clarity, once the line came out, I texted these guys right away that I thought Texas A&M would close as the favorite. I grabbed them at +2.5, and I might middle just because I don't feel strongly about the game, but I knew there would be steam on the Aggies here. They just seemed like they were the better team or more talked about team in the preseason.
Chris Holtman couldn't coach himself out of a fucking paper bag. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here.
He made the he's made the tournament.
I don't know if I'd go there.
It's all bullshit. At Ohio State, you should be doing a lot better.
I do agree. He's not as good as Thad, but he's a decent coach, and this is a good spot for them at home. Everybody's picking against him.
I agree with Mac, but I bet the number knowing that it would close as the Aggies being a favorite.
I'm a man of the people. And you know what that means? When you're a man of the people, baby. You got to go and trust your instincts, but merge that with the people. A&M is beating Ohio State. Let's go. Shout out to Rob Donaldson.
Did you give out the line where the Aggies were catching points?
Yes, they're catching 1.5.
I'll lock it up for the show too, then.
Yes,
ooh, yeah.
There we go.
Foxhole, baby.
The Davidson Wildcats are in Asheville, North Carolina. Last time I did stand up in Asheville, someone was choking on a hot dog, I think, or some type of food item. It was kind of. I mean, I wasn't on stage yet, but it was noticeable. And shout out to the great city of Asheville. Davidson is catching 11.5.
Take the points.
I'll take the points, but I don't like it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm taking the points. I feel like they're going to get up. I mean, the game's in North Carolina. I'll take the points here.
Okay, chat. I need you to give me Princeton and Hofstra right now because that line I think moved a lot.
Is it still 1.5? Everybody. Let's see.
Let me know, Princeton Hofstra. In the meantime, UCF is going to Miami Gardens rivalry game. Miami's laying 8.5. I think they're baiting you into taking UCF. I'm on Team Larinaga here. I'm laying the 8.5, which normally I feel like I would take UCF, but I think the fact that they're in the Big 12 now, Miami feels a bit threatened. I'm laying the 8.5 with the Hurricane. Mac?
Oh, we already gave us that on the Big 12 experience. UCF's live in this game. This is their Super Bowl. Every time they play Miami, they're up. They almost beat it, or they beat them once when they went to the Elite Eight. They almost beat them when they went to the Final Four last year. I'm locking UCF. Sprinkle some on the money line, baby. Let's go.
They're in the Power 5 now.
Banner. Let's go, baby.
They're
UCF,
in the Power
baby.
5 now. Oh wow, money line Mac.
He's a Big 12 member now, baby. You gotta have some pride.
And Miami knows that. That's why Miami gets that done. So Hofstra's laying 1.5. This line reeks.
This line does reek.
But they lose Estrada. I know Speedy Claxton always keeps a talented roster. Give me Hofstra. What are you doing here?
I want Princeton, but I'm staying as far away from this game as possible.
North Carolina A&T is taking on UNC Greensboro. Once again, this line is not available to me this very second, but I saw this earlier and I want to say it was at like 24 points. That sound accurate?
How can you bet on A&T after that performance the other night?
But these are both located in Greensboro. I have a feeling they probably scrimmaged against each other. I'll take the points. 21.5. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I'll go with you one more time.
Chat, I also need Boston and Rutgers, but also UVA, Florida are doing battle in Charlotte. UVA is laying 1.5. Your boy Dundee is locking up Tony Bennett -1.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
We're going to have another lock battle. I'm on Gator, baby. Todd Golden's going to beat him again.
Todd Golden couldn't. There's another one. He'll be fired in a couple years.
He beat him at San Fran. Let's go.
That's true. But that wasn't his players. That was Kyle Smith's players. Anyway, we got a little battle, folks. This is what you come for. All right. Where the hell? In one corner, Wonderland Mac riding with Todd Golden. In the other corner, Pick Dundee riding with Tony Bennett. So the Rutgers spread, I'm seeing what, -19.5. Rutgers is going to rebound and drill them, right?
I think so.
I think so too. I'll lay it with Rutgers. Chattanooga's catching 4.5 at the Shack, taking on Louisville. Oh man,
it's got to be a system play, right?
System play.
Noah's in the chat. Here he is.
We're all taking Chattanooga money line, right?
Yeah. Until further notice. Maybe ACC.
100% triple lock it. That's not the correct music.
I'm sorry.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Folks.
Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever.
I'm going to keep this lock train going. This line's come down 0.5 point.
Is this a game of the night?
Arizona's coming into Cameron Indoor. You know, if you knew me growing up, you know I hate Duke. But I'm also not a fucking idiot. Give me Duke -4.5. Lock it up. Lock it up. What are you doing here, Mac?
Chalk up another battle, baby. I wore my red. Let's go Wildcats, future Big 12 member.
Oh, man.
To get this Duke fairy dust out of here. They're overrated.
Moneyline Mac. And folks, you know what that means.
Caleb Love is back in Durham, baby. Let's go.
I'm starting to feel bad for Mac because I tied up the lock battles tonight, and tomorrow I'm taking the fucking lead. In one corner, Pick Dundee's riding with the Duke Blue Devils. In the other corner, Wonderland Max going to Tucson or riding the Wildcats. You're gonna lose money.
Caleb Love's gonna be sending NC Nick and Coach
You're
K
gonna
home
lose
crying
money
again. Here we
You're
go.
gonna
Just
lose
like
money.
the Final Four. Let's go Wildcats.
Can I get the Lehigh Penn State spread, please? Also, while we're talking or while we're waiting on that, UTSA is catching 12.5 at the Barn. Give me the Roadrunners. I think they can cover this. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll take the Roadrunners. I'm with you.
Penn State's laying 15.5 against stacking the money greens Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Penn State was impressive opening night.
Yeah.
This is an in-state battle. I'll lay the 15.5. What are you doing here?
If it was 14.5, I'd take him, but Sean Stack of the Money Green's my guy. I'll take the points.
Indiana State's catching 17.5 points at Alabama. I think you hit it well the other night by saying they drill these mid-majors. I'll lay it with Bama. What are you doing here?
Same. Roll Tide, roll.
All right. I'm currently searching for Queens. Okay, Queens is catching 7 against the Salukis of Southern Illinois. Queens let us down in the first game. They're road warriors now. Gosh, I like Queens though. Give me the 7. What are you doing here?
I'm going to be on the Salukis. They're at home, man.
I think that's a smarter play, but I just feel like I like Queens.
I love Queens. I'm loyal to them, just like Chicago State, Stonehill. I'm going to wait for these guys to get their ass kicked in year 2 and then back them in conference play.
Mississippi Valley State.
Rob's got 4 figures on Queens tomorrow.
I like Queens here.
I like
there we
Queens
go.
too, but not that much, Rob. I hope you win.
Mississippi Valley State's catching 31.5 in Norman. No. Porter Moser covers it.
Noah, where the hell are you going for this game?
I'm going with the Delta Devils. This is a picks page lock. This is a hell of a lot of points for an Oklahoma team that does not bring a lot back, and it does not look good on the paper. I'm
what happened on that ride home?
I'm just saying, like, this is a gigantic slate. I have a sheet of 65 teams. I'm just giving my angles. Mississippi Valley State might cover. I think there's a very good chance that they cover this number. There's way too many points for Oklahoma team.
Did you get your car get struck by lightning while you were driving, or maybe something happened?
Yeah. For a guy that was giving out 1, 2, or 3 picks max on each show,
you're coming along.
23 games for Friday.
Ooh,
no,
yeah, baby.
I don't even care about the 23 games. I don't. It's the. No one's taking Mississippi States that they had or Mississippi Valley States that they had Jerry Rice. Right?
I'm looking into it. This is one of the games that I like, and I'm going to look into it more after this show. I like to come on and have a little bit of analysis. For most of these games, I don't. That's why I don't like to talk off the cuff on the game. But I like the Delta Devils here.
Hold on. So talk me through why you like the Delta Devils.
Because Oklahoma is completely rebuilding this roster from last season, and Porter Moser has been a bottom of the half Big 12 team in the last few years, or in his last 2 years here. And SWAC teams have been feisty in non-conference play. Last year they jumped up and bit 4 high major teams. This year they're doing okay. I honestly haven't followed it too much because Jackson State got ran off the floor by San Diego. And I thought Jackson State was one of the best SWAC teams. So that's why I'm looking into it. But the SWAC performed very well in non-conference last year.
Hey, you know what, Colby? I kind of do like the angle on Friday night for Commerce and Mississippi Valley State because Alabama goes to Kentucky in football, noon kick, and then West Virginia is going to beat the shit out of Oklahoma Saturday night in Norman. So give Mississippi Valley State, baby. Let's go.
Look.
TVDBJ is kind of right here. Sleep deprived is the correct answer. I woke up at like 7:30 p.m. today.
Well, if you guys are really taking Mississippi Valley State,
better luck next year.
Because
that's what we're gonna be saying to Oklahoma and Texas here when they go to the SEC here in a minute.
I like this prediction from Clark Townsend.
Best of luck next year, pal.
I like this prediction from Clark Townsend. Porter Moser is going to be the next head coach of DePaul.
I like that too. I like that too.
Good fit. I actually like that a lot.
Gardner Webb's catching 23 in Fayetteville against Arkansas. Kind of went back and forth on this, but I like the running Bulldogs. Give me the 23. The Razorbacks win by 21. Mac?
Oh my God, Noah's locking this one. I'm on Arkansas here. Don't tell me you're taking G Webb.
No, I love this Razorbacks team. They just blew out Alcorn State. They blew out Alcorn State by 34 points, and that was another one of those top SWAC teams that Colby and I listed. I think we had them second or third. Is that? In a SWAC that we thought was stronger this year. I have Arkansas State Arkansas in my Final Four. Is that? I like this team a lot, so I'm going to be looking into this one. Check the picks page as well.
Is that? Them and Alabama are the same. Lay it with them.
No, I disagree. I think Gardner Webb's all right. Manhattan, Kansas, doing battle at the Fog.
Don't tell me Noah's coming in for this. Do not lock Manhattan at the Fog.
Yeah. Kansas is laying
walk off.
35.5. I'll take Kansas. I don't love this play. What are you doing here?
You think I'm ever picking against Kansas at the Fog? Hell no. I've lived that shit. They're going to kill them.
Alabama State's catching 28.5 at Iowa. Give me Alabama State.
Yeah, I'll take the points too. Looking forward to watching Iowa Rutgers on Saturday. 6-0 Hawkeyes win.
Can't wait for that one.
Yes.
Harvard is heading to Rice. Bunch of private school pussies squaring off on the hardwood. Rice is laying 8.5. No. Should we lock Harvard here?
Yeah, I actually really like the private school pussies here. I think they're going to win the game outright. Let's go. Noah Bieniek.
I'm going the other way because I did not like Harvard at all. Let me tell you this. This roster is also going through a ton of turnover. They lose Chris Ledlam last year, who averaged 19 points a game. And this is a young team. Rice is actually my favorite pick of the day. I love this spot.
Lock battle. Here we go, baby.
The fuck is that?
I mean, I'm shocked right now. I got to walk off.
I can't believe these games he's locking. I'm like, I thought I was crazy with LIU in Central Connecticut.
We got a lock battle. Harvard plus 8.5 for Moneyline Mac and Dundee. Noah going with Rice Aroni, the San Francisco treat. Bellarmine is catching 18.5 in the Little Apple against Kansas State. Kansas State revenge spot. I'll lay the points. Mac?
I'm actually going to lock this one. K-State's going to fuck them up. They're going to win by 30. So
wait, that's not my lock music.
Yeah.
K-State
Mac by 1 million.
Locking up the Wildcats. Sela, Southeast Louisiana is catching 23.5 at Auburn. I'll take Auburn. I actually think this will be my check the picks page. I might lock this. I need the line on UT Rio Grande, South Dakota. I think I saw South Dakota was like a 2-point favorite last I saw, but can I get that updated line? Murray State's laying 15.5 against Tennessee Tech.
Old OVC rivalry.
Give me the points.
Yeah, take the points. Move it along.
South Dakota's +1 now, so Rio Grande is laying 1. I'll go with Rio Grande. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm on South Dakota. Rio Grande sucks. The Mexicans can't win in South Dakota.
You act like South Dakota's some fucking powerhouse.
They're in Sioux Falls, I think, for that game. It's what I read. Let's go.
Could be at fucking Niagara Falls. I don't give a shit. All right.
Could be a pick space vlog. Stay tuned.
I need the Nichols LSU spread. I also need the Grambling Colorado. Little Rock is catching 4.5 against UIC.
Who the hell knows?
I'll go UIC.
Same.
Mac?
I hate Little Rock. Yeah.
Eastern Washington's catching 12.5 at Ole Miss. I'll take Ole Miss. Eastern Washington looked like shit against Utah.
I'm gonna lock Chris Beard here. I think he's a bounce back. They look like dog shit. You know he motherfucked them for 2 straight days. They're gonna drill them. Ole Miss for me.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Rebels. Nichols, LSU's laying 22.5. Give me Nichols in the points. Crime pays. They had that guy from New Mexico State on their roster. All right, so
yeah, I'll take the points too. It's fantastic.
Colorado's laying 22.5. Stop it. Grambling beat Colorado last time they played. Give me Grambling in the points. Mac.
Revenge, Colorado. Let's go.
Idaho State is catching 5.5 against the Tommies. Get the fuck out of here. I'm locking up the Tommies -5.5. This is an easy play. Who the fuck's making these lines? What's going on here?
It's quietly the best home court in college basketball. Better than the Fog. The Shoenecker. Give me the Tommies to lock it up.
This is an easy lock. Easy lock. I also need Oakland, Illinois, and Ryder Marquette. Southeast Missouri State SEMO is catching 18.5 at Butler. Give me SEMO, but I don't like it because they didn't look very good against Grand Canyon.
No, they didn't, but I'm going to take the points. That's a lot of points back to back with Butler.
Yeah. Illinois is laying 23.5 against Oakland. Give me the Golden Grizz and the points. They look good against Ohio State. Give me the points. Mac?
Yeah, I'm going to take the points again.
Riders catching 24.5 at Marquette.
Lay it.
I'll take the points. I don't feel good about it. Give me the points.
I like Marquette. Lay it.
Dayton is getting 5.5 at Northwestern. Give me the points. Sprinkle that money line. I feel like Dayton could win this game. I know Smith's out. I don't care. I feel like this is a close game. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, Anthony Grant's going to get him up, rally the troops. I'm going to lock up Dayton. I think they're going to win the game outright. So lock up Dayton, the Flyers, baby.
I'll join you. Let's go. Let's go. Temple's laying 6.5 in Annapolis against Navy. I'll lay the 6.5. I don't know. Veterans Day. Give me Navy plus the points. What are you doing here?
I'll take Navy.
Yeah, I know Smith's out, but I still think they can. I need the Delaware State Texas spread, guys. Also, Yale is at Gonzaga. Gonzaga's laying 13.5. I'll take the Zags. Mac?
I think Yale's alive in this game. I'm locking up Yale here. First game without Timmy, man. First game without Timmy. Let's go Yale.
Moneyline Mac locking up Yale in the kennel. Bold. Texas is laying 29.5. I will lay the 29.5 against Delaware State. Mac, what are you doing here?
Lay it.
By the way, I wanted to come. I wanted to come in on Yale against Gonzaga. They just lost another starter for the season. Gonzaga did, and it was another guy that they brought him in through the portal. I think his last name was Venters. He was supposed to be a big
Steel Venters from Edub. Yes. Yeah.
He was supposed to be a big piece of this team in that backcourt. I like Yale because they return everybody from that team that should have won the Ivy League tournament last year if they didn't play at Princeton in that tournament. So I like the Bulldogs. Yale Bulldogs.
Yeah,
go,
they'll still lose. It's the kennel. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. San Diego State is catching 3. Last I saw, do we have an updated line on that? Against BYU.
It's an old rivalry here.
You know what the line tells me? That BYU is winning this game. I'm locking up the Cougs at the Super Soaker. What are you doing here?
Yep, like I said, play number 2 of the Big 12 college experience, BYU all day long, baby. Lock them up. Jimmer for dead over Kawhi Leonard.
Like it. The line stinks to high heaven. Wright State's catching 8.5 in Fort Collins against Colorado State. No. I'm laying the points with the Rams. What are you doing here?
I'm going to take the points here. Don't love it.
IUPUI, ooey pooey, as Patty C says, getting 4.5 at Valpo. The Crusaders. Give me IUPUI. I don't think Valpo's any good. Give me the points. What are you doing here?
This game is awful. Give me Valpo. Let's go.
Tennessee laying 2.5 in Madison against Wisconsin. The line is telling you everything. Tennessee gets it done. Rick Barnes. This is a fringe lock for me. What are you doing here, Mac?
Not a fringe for me, man. Tennessee's going to win this game. Barnes is great. November through February.
Yeah, I'll join you. What am I doing?
Tennessee
Let's go.
Wisconsin up.
Let's go.
Wisconsin scored 100 last game. Auto fade the next game.
What's that Sac State Stanford spread right now? Montana's catching 16.5 against Oregon. I'll take the 16.5 because it's a letdown spot for Oregon. Oregon wins by 14. Mac?
Yeah, I'll take the points.
Sac State's catching 16 at Stanford. Get the fuck out of here with this shit. I will lock up Sac State. Fuck out of here. What are you doing here?
Oh, I love Fate of the Tree Huggers as a big favorite. I'll join. Let's go, Sac State.
They act like fucking
John Elway's over there.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell's going on? Willis Reed's not walking through that door. I know he didn't go to college there, but I'm just. They act like they got
Mark
the
Madsen's back,
fucking dream team here. Penny Hardaway's going to Columbia, Missouri to take on Dennis Gates. Dennis Gates laying 3.5. I actually think Missouri gets it done. I'll lay the 3.5. Mac?
Yeah, you can play the lock music, Missouri outright, baby. They're gonna put it on them.
Mac's got 1,000 locks tomorrow.
Better team, baby.
Virginia Tech's laying 5.5 in Charlotte against South Carolina. South Carolina's going to cover this. I even think they're live to win on the money line, but not betting this. What are you doing here?
Staying away. I mean, two teams I really don't like. I'm going to take the Hokies, though.
Clemson, UAB in Asheville. UAB is getting 6.5.
Hello, dog.
I love it. I think they're live to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on Clemson. I'm going the other way. I think this is an undervalued team. I love PJ Hall and Hunter Tyson.
They'll be injured PJ Hall will be injured by the 5-minute mark.
I'm locking UAB, man.
Yeah.
All day long.
We got a battle here. We got another battle. Okay, folks.
Noah Bieniek loves him some Clemson Tigers. Dabo's saying buy stock now, and Noah Bieniek bought it.
UAB plus 6.5 in Asheville. Gonna hit. Yeah, and I got to get the fuck out of here. Jackson State, Cal Baptist. I need that line. Prairie View, Washington State. I need that line. And I am on VSiN in 5 minutes. So, folks. Well, what is those lines? Jackson State's getting 9.5 at Cal Baptist. I think Jackson State's live. I think they could win that game. Mac?
Yeah, Jackson State, even though they burned us the other night.
Prairie View is getting 17.5 at Wazoo. I'm taking PV plus the points. What are you doing here?
Points, baby, points.
Riverside is catching 17.5 at Utah. Fuck out of here with this.
Yeah. Give me the points.
Give me Riverside plus 17.5. Lafayette's getting 24 at UCLA. No. UCLA minus 24 is the play. Mac?
I'll take Lafayette. No conviction for me.
Pacific is getting 9.5 at Cal. I actually like laying it with Cal. What are you doing here?
Sam, I'm going to lock up Cal in the nightcap. Let's go.
Yeah. Cal wins this one handily.
I like it too. Let's lock that up. Cal, let's drop acid with Cal. Folks, I know that people asked us to say our locks back. Normally I would meet your demand, but I got to go and be on VSiN right now. We have a picks page. sportsgamblingpodcast.com has a college basketball picks page with all of our picks, any sport really. Starting tomorrow, I will try my best to recite our locks at the end. All right. Appreciate you. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Give Noah a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. And the college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And subscribe, tell a friend. Also check out the college football experience, the FCS college football experience, the college baseball experience, the Big 12 experience with Moneyline Mac and company. Also, remember Noah's on the college baseball experience too. Folks, get the SGPN app. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast live from Las Vegas every Friday night on VSiN at 9:00 Pacific, midnight Eastern. Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
It's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog the mind back like dog will wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back, but the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it how you want it. No need to trip cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight cause you caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah.